مشاهدينا في كل مكان، اهلا بيكم في حلقه جديده. احنا معاكم اليوم داخل سفاره كولومبيا، وبيسعدنا ان يكون في ضيافتنا اليوم معالي السفيره أنا ميلينا مونيوز دي جابيريا. Your Excellency, please allow me to thank you so much for this interview.
شكرا. أهلا وسهلا في سفارة كولومبيا. أنا سفيرة كولومبيا. أنا مبسوطة to be with you today, so I'm very happy just for this interview. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this intro, because I think all the Egyptians will really appreciate it that you speak in Arabic and you address them in the beginning with Arabic language. That's very great.
A few words. I have been studying, not as successful as I would like to, but I have been going into classes and trying to get more and more just to understand a little bit. It's a difficult language for us, but we have been making an effort. Yes, thank you.
Your Excellency, you already mentioned the intro I'm gonna ask Your Excellency about. It's your academic studies before entering the political life. Can you please tell us more about it?
Yes, no. I study mainly, I begin with economic, of course, a high school and everything, and then economy. I graduated economy at the University of Los Andes in Colombia. And then with the time, I began to work in the National Planning Department. That is like a Ministry of National Planning in Colombia. I was in the agricultural field. And then life took me to different ways. With the time, it was after my husband was a president, we went to Georgetown, so I studied Latin American studies. So I graduated as a major in history, Latin American history. And then after I was really getting old, and I decided to study architecture. Oh. So I make my architectural field. Even I went to see the president of the university, and I said, I just wanted to go to be an architect. And he said, you want to do a postgraduate studies? And I say, no, I want to do the whole career. I just wanted to go the 5 years. Of course, I studied in the same university. I went for 4 years, but it was one of the most wonderful and beautiful experiences in my life.
Very impressive, really. Your Excellency, you assumed the role of Colombian First Lady for a period of time. Can you please tell us more about this period?
Yeah, I was really young. I have to say I was 32 years old. My husband was 42 when he was a president. And really for one day to another, the life changed because it was not expecting. It was many things that happened in the moment. That the assassination of one of the candidates that put my husband on the top list, and he won the election. So no, I began just to work in so I decided what areas I was going to work. One, by law, I have to be the president of the children welfare centers, so children and families, so that's one. And at the same time, what I did was, it was a problem with the youth by that time. It was also, we were going to celebrate the 500 years of the discovery of America. So what I did was, I had the presidency of this institution, then I created a council that it was it was women, youth, and elderly people. And then, of course, we were working on different issues, and economic issues, and social issues, and cultural issues. So it was little by little we'll begin to add, but we focus in this type of population. The other one was the indigenous people, so we work for the 500 years of celebration of the discovery of America.
Your Excellency, Egypt is your first diplomatic representation based on your choice. So may I ask you why Egypt?
Yes, I wanted to have the experience of being a diplomat. I think it was very interesting. It was a right moment in time. And I choose a country that I will be different, full of culture, full of, they have a lot of civilizations, they have a lot of antiquities and a big history. So I decided, I asked for Egypt, and I said at the same time, usually people who ask, comes from the political diplomat, what they do is they ask for Europe. Europe is the main attraction. Mm-hmm. But I say, no. I can go to Europe many times as I want. Even if I want to leave, of course I can live there. But these countries are different. So, and being an ambassador, it was easy for me to come here. So, and to get involved and to get into the society and to get to know more about the region and the country. So that's why I asked for Egypt. And really, I think I have been learning a lot about the country, the history. I have been trying to visit as much everything, all the antiquities, as the natural resources that you have, the seas that they are beautiful. Even I love the desert. And another thing sometimes that I do, even the architecture in this town, I think is beautiful. For many people, when they come, usually I give an advice. I say to them, you have to look the beauty. Don't look the rest, look the beauty, because this is the most important. I think there's a lot of things to offer. I think Zamalek is beautiful. Sometimes you see probably some deterioration, but look, because it's beautiful. So Egypt also, at the same time, in terms of relation, it was a challenge. So because everything that we have to build it. So that's I think there's an important...
To build it or rebuild it?
No, but to build the relation and a new relation, yes, because I think we have been working just to increase the relation and to increase the trade and to increase things, a culture, to have more present in a different way. But for us is an important position, and the role of Egypt in the Middle East and also in the Arab world, and the role of Egypt in the African region. So I think also from the political side, it becomes more and more important.
And how do you feel about your first diplomatic station until now?
No. As I said, again, and I'm absurda. No, I am very happy. And of course, it has been a process of learning. And I have to say, I didn't know everything. I didn't know how it was going to be, how I have to behave. So I really keep watching everyone, learning what they do, taking what is good from them. And with the time I have been going into into first as the job of diplomacy. So no, it has been really great. And I think this country, from the perspective of the people is really nice. I have to say, it really looks like us. So I don't feel, sometimes I feel like I am in Colombia, because the people is open, the people is receptive, is a warm people, and we look like that. Some people say, that, especially the young people, when they go out to study abroad, they say that they get along better with the Latin Americans, because we have, and I say that in some way we have also
something in common.
No, and we have the heritage. I think that we received from the Arabs that they were in Spain, and many people migrate to our region. So I think we have a little bit of the same roots, like in terms of values, in terms of food, in terms of the mother be the person around the table.
I was just going to ask Your Excellency about the traditions and the customs of Colombian people. you already are mentioning it, so I want to know كمان more if there is something in common with the Egyptian more than this.
No. I say yes, there is a lot of things that we share together. Family is very important. It's very important. Everyone takes care of the other one, the welfare of the other. So, and as I say, in the terms of friendship, also the people is very open, very helpful. They always try to help. They always try to be there for the people. So this is no. Sometimes you will say, of course, there are two different cultures, two different religions, two different language, but at the end, we are people, and the people is similar.
Your Excellency, Colombia, it's known or distinguished with a special geographic nature. So can you please tell us more about it and the main natural resources that they have?
Yes, okay. I think that we are the location of our country is between two seas. Okay, we have the Atlantic and we have the Pacific. Also, as we are in the equatorial line, we have the temperature depends the whole year on the altitude that we have. So in the coast, it's a warm weather the whole year, and for example, Bogotá is in the mountains, so we have like an autumn weather, and then we have another cities that there could be a spring all the time. So this makes us to have a different nature. So the natural resource, when you arrive to Colombia, always you see green. But also we have a desert closer into the frontier in the north part, closer to Venezuela, we have a desert. So we have, I think, many types. I think that we are the second country in the world in biodiversity. So this is what I mean because we have it. So we have a jungle, Amazon. We have the rainforest that is very peculiar because it rains like 290 days a year. So all the time is rainy and humid. And cities that so we are very rich. We are the first country, for example, in birds, the variety of birds that we have, the orchids. So the diversity is very big, and the natural resources are very important. I don't know.
Being in the line of the earthquake, does it affect also?
No, the equatorial line. It's equatorial line. So no. This is because usually you have the north and the south hemisphere, so we are in the middle. But I think one of the most important things is, I think probably the Amazon jungle. I think this is one of the lungs of the world, beside or with Brazil, and I think this is important. And we are coming, for example, to the COP with this speech of protection of the jungle, and they need to have a bigger support for the protection, because sometimes development and nature goes against each other. So we have to really make an effort, yes, to make it and to keep it for the rest of the world.
Your Excellency, please allow me also to ask you about the role of women in Colombia, because it was so impressive what you said earlier about what you already did in Colombia when you have been the First Lady, so please tell us more.
No, I think in the way that with the time that people have been studying and have been educated, women have been playing a bigger role today. And the last government, we have the vice president, there were women, and women has been also in the cabinet, in the parliament. So they have been really, and also in the private sector. So I think education has helped a lot just to have a bigger role into the society in general, the government, the parliament, and even in the private sector.
Salsa and the carnivals is one of the things that characterize the Colombian citizens, and it really spread all over the world. So please tell us more
I
about
think
this.
music is really important for us. Music is also a way of living. Even we live with music all the time. So we have different types of music. So one is salsa, that is very important, is in one of the regions. But also we have cumbia. So depending on the region, we have different music and we have different dancing. Usually we dance with another person on the side. So I think even sometimes in the difficult times, music and dance has been really very helpful for the country. And it's a way, as I said, it's a way just to go through.
Are those the reason that made the Colombian citizen or known worldwide that they are the happiest citizen in the whole
For
world?
many years we have been like the happiest person or people in the world, and I personally think that it has been the music, and of course there are many other things. Sometimes when for example, it happens here when there's football has become very important, even for you, even for us. Yeah. The mood of the country change. Mm-hmm. So now these things that we share as a country, as a people, I think they are very important, and the music is one of the essence. Mm-hmm. Yes, and for example, we didn't have enough time just to talk about the presidency, but we create a symphonic system of orchestras. So we create music, more music for the people just to learn and to have a way of living through music.
Your Excellency, it was a pleasure meeting you today, so thank you so much for this meeting.
شكرا. Arsham Elika. It has been really a pleasure. Thank you so much.
مشاهدينا في كل مكان، كنا معكم اليوم في ضيافة معالي السفيرة أنا ميلينا مونيوس دي جابيريا، سفيرة جمهورية كولومبيا لدى جمهورية مصر العربية. تحدثنا عن جمهورية كولومبيا وعن الشعب الكولومبي، وأيضا تحدثنا عن بدايتها الدبلوماسية واللي كانت هنا على أرض الوطن. بشكركم جدا لحسن المتابعة وإلى اللقاء.